Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, we take a look at the practical on mechanics. Now, today we are going to be looking at how to plot the graph and how to calculate for the slope of the graph given to us. Now, this is my table that is gotten from my previous experiment that was performed. We have B, the given was we get the value of B square T, which is the period and the period square. Now, I'll give you the values on the table, so the values are given in the table, like this. Now, we have to plot the graph of B square against T square, whereby B square should be in the vertical axis and T square should be on the horizontal axis. Now, before I move on to plotting of the graph, I would like to give you that likely precaution that you must put in your graph. In your question that will be asked. For example, we have in performing the experiments, wind effects is being avoided. So I avoided wind effect, the effect of the wind when performing my experiments, because the wind effect is affected when when there is wind, it might lead to wrong reading. Now from here, we also avoid parallax error. Now, parallax error is always avoided from the meter rule. Now, that means on calculating from the meter rule, we look straight down, vertically downward on the meter rule on what's checking. So, we have avoided parallax error when taking my reading. So, he said, if you have to put down your record, he said, I avoided parallax error when taking my reading from the meter rule. Now, the number 3, I avoided zero error, or let's say, you don't avoid, I ensure zero error of the meter rule. Why? Because before you start your reading, you make sure that the zero error of the meter rule is being taken into consideration before taking any reading. Then the last one I ensure repeated reading when taking repeated reading on each experiment performed. When we have that repeated reading, you see, the value of time that is given to us here is an average value. That means, when we are taking our reading, it simply means it is advisable to our students that if you are taking your reading, it is advisable to take double reading from your time. That means, after calculating the first initial time, calculate the second time, then find the average by calculating that total average should be T1 plus T2 all over 2. So because of time, so I need to solve everything together. But if you are taking 2 readings of your time, please signify on your table that I'm taking 2 readings. But in this case here, I took just only a single reading of my time. So if you are taking 2 readings, you should put a space here that means T1, T2. Then you're going to put the average time taken that is spent. The average time taken in this place here. So let's get to the plotting of the graph. Now let's get started. From this point here, we are given the reading. We want to plot the graph. Now, we have to plot the graph of B square against T square. Now, the first thing that we need to do in plotting our graph is to find the scale of the graph. If you cross-check the value in that place, in getting your scale, number 1, they said B square on the vertical axis and T square on the horizontal axis. Let's put it on our graph here, on our graph book. We have our graph book here. Draw your vertical axis. This is my vertical axis of the graph. Now, ensure that you can take this, because of the large values of B, which is 4,900, I can take this to this point by placing it here. I should be having this like this. This is this. Now, I also have this like this. And then we have this. The graph is plotting a graph of T square against B square. I'm sorry, not B square against T square. It is the graph of T square against B square. Then simply means I should be having my T square here. This is my T square. My T square. Now, the unit should be beside it, which is second square. Now, and my B square in this place, which is units, centimeter square. Now, in choosing my scale, you need to look at the highest value that is here. If you cross-check the t-square, the highest value that we have there is 1.092. That is the largest value there. While the smallest value there is 0.593. Now I can choose a scale of 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. My scale should be 1 centimeter represents 0.100 on 1 centimeter represents 0.100 units on my on what axis is this? Square second square axis. That means 1 centimeter represents 0.100 units on t square second square axis, and also on this axis, which is my b square axis, I have 4,900 as the largest value there. Then I can use 1,000. Very easy. Then I can simply use 2 centimeter to represent 1,000 units on this axis. 2 centimeter represents 1,000 units on b square centimeter square axis. This is axis. This is axis. Please note, avoid using x and y axis because you are not given x in the question. You are not given y. You are given, so use the axis and due to what using or what you're labeling. The axis that you put in your labeling, that's what you should use. Now, from here, I can have every graph in physics must have the origin. The origin of this my graph is given here as 0, 0. This is very important in plotting your graph in physics. Now, another this thing here is that what? How did I now after getting my scale? How did I write my scale on this? I should be having 0.100. Here should be 0.200. Here should be 0.300. Then here 0.400. Here 0.500. Here 0.600. 0.700. 0.800. 0.900. This should be 1.0. This is 1.000. Why this one should be 1.100 and then 1.100, and here should be 1.100, 1.200, 1.300, 1.400, 1.500, 1.600, 1.700, 1.800, 1.900. This should be 2.000. Then 2.100, 2.200. Please note something. Now, make sure that in filling this, you can make sure that you fill it to the top. You can bring this thing to this point here. If you notice that maybe it is too short, I can bring it closer like this if it's going to give you exact reading. Now, in this case here, we are using 2 centimeters to represent 1,000 units. Then, starting from here, I should be having 1,000. While in this case here, I should be having 2,000. In this place, I should be having 3,000. While here, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. This is my 2 units. From here to here is another 2 units. From here to here is 2 units. That is 7,000. From here to here we have what? 8,000. And here is 9,000. Now, this is the what? Scale reading. Now, from here we can start plotting our graph. Initially, when we have what? When t square is 1.092, my b square is equals to 4,900. Now, how do we calculate all this on our graph? Now, from here, I can easily find that 1.092 should lie along after 1.0. Now, each of these graphs, that's the major thing. Each of these graphs should be 0.050. Sorry, 0.0. Sorry, I have 0.100 here. This is 0.050. No, sorry. Each of them should be 0.20, 0.020, 0.040, 0.060, 0.080, then this should be 0.100. Now, each of this line is 0.02. That means 0.02. That's what each of this line indicates. Now, from here, we are given 0.092. I can easily calculate that. Oh, sorry, 1.092. I'll go straight to 1.0. This is 1.0. Here should be 1. This is 1.020. This is 1.040, 1.060, 1.080. My 1.092 should lie in between 1.080 and 1.100. Simply means in between it, I should be having my 1.092, which is this point here. Then you trace it out to go and look for your 4,900. If here is 4,000, then each of these things is read as on in what? That means this is 4,000. This is 4,100. This is 4,100. 4,200, 4,300, 4,400, 4,500, 4,600, 4,700, 4,800, 4,900, and 5,000. That means each of these small boxes are 100. Now, this is 4,000. My 4,900 should lie in this point here. You know, I have my 0 points, this thing lying here. That is in this point here. I should be having. Now, you can represent where they met each other, 4,900 to here, and my 1.090. Now, I can use a circle to represent it. Now, in this case again, check when it is 3,600, we have 0.941. 0.941 should lie along here. This is 0.800. This is 0.900. Now, if here is 0.900, this is 0.920. This is 0.940. That means 0.941 should be along here, something here, between 0.940 and 0.960. And now up to my 3,600. If this is 3,000, this is 3,500, this is 3,600. I should be having something along here. Now, this is my 3,600. Represent with a cycle. Now, we have 2,500 to represent 0.757. 0.757, go straight to your 0.700. Now, if here is 0.7, 0.720, 0.740, 0.757 should lie between 0.740 and 0.760, which is in between here, to 2,500. This is my 2,500. If this is 2,000, this 2,500, it should be somewhere here. Now, we also have 1,600 to 0.640. If this is my 0.600, now 1,600 should lie along here. This is 1,500, this is 1,600. Yeah. And my 0.640 should be here. If here is 0.600, this is 0.620, this is 0.640. This is my 0.640 with a circle. Now, the next thing is to calculate is by what? 900 to 0.593. 0.593 to 900. Now, this is my 1,000. This is my 900 here. I trace it out to give me 0.593. If here is 0.5, this is 0.520, this is 0.540,
0.560, 0.580. My 0.593 should be along here, between here and here. This is my 0.593 here. Then I can put my circle in this place here. Yeah, 1000, sorry, 1000 what? 1600. We have, okay, 900 to 0.593. This is 0.400. This is 0.500. 0.593 should be somewhere here. Now, you are going to take your line, draw the what? Best straight line. From here, I can have the best straight line. If I pick this straight line, they are very straight. I have this straight line here. Just pick the three best straight line. This is 1, 2, 3, whereby I can join this three line together. Now, this is my straight line that is gotten from the graph. Now, I can easily find the slope of the graph. How do we calculate for the slope? Just pick any point. You see, you can pick any point on this straight line to calculate for your slope. Now, if I pick between, but anything, if you want to plot your slope, make sure that the slope covers all this place. The slope cover, make sure that the slope covers most of your words. At least most of your book is covered by your slope. Then I can easily use here. From here, if I pick this point here, please, I always advise students, pick the point that will be easier for you to calculate. If I pick here, which is 1.700, and I pick somewhere here to be easier for me to calculate, I can have somewhere here. Here, okay. Here is okay for me. Okay, now I can pick somewhere here. But this will be difficult for me to cover. Now, let me pick somewhere here. 1000 here. 0.600. And also this. Now, if I cross-check from here, I have this. Draw it downward. I should be having here. Like this. Yeah. Then join these together. Join these together. Now, the only thing now I'm seeing in this place is your slope, then, and your scale. I can put this here as my change. This is my change. This is my change in B square. Change in B square. The unit is centimeter square. And this one should be my change. This is my change in T square. Sorry, this is my change in T square from here to here, not to here. My change in T square is given as this. This is my change in T square. The unit is given to us as seconds square. Now, we are done with what? The graph. The next thing is to calculate for the slope of my graph. Now, I can easily calculate for the slope of my graph. Let's try calculate for the slope on the board. From here, I can get... Please note you can draw a slope in anywhere else instead of writing it on the what? On the graph book. But here I'm going to be what? Utilizing the graph book to draw my slope. Now, my slope of the experiment, slope is given as change in the vertical axis, change in T square over change in B square. Now, in this case here, I have my change in T square, which is equal to T2 square minus T1 square all over B2 square minus B1 square. That means if I pick 2 points, this is my initial, from here like this, my initial value of T square is 0.600, while my final value of T square is 1.700. Now, this is my T2 square. This is my T1 square. Now, we can also find my initial value. My initial value of B is along here, which is here. My initial value is here, which is, this is 100, 1,500. This is 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, between 1,800 and 1,900. So that is 1,850. Here is 1,850 in between both of them. That's 1,850. Here I have this value here to be 7,500. So I will be having my slope to be equals to T2 square. Sorry, my T2 square is located here, which is 1.700 minus my T1 square. My T1 square is 0.600 all over my B2 square is 7,500 minus my B1 is 1,850. Yeah, we can easily calculate this using a calculator. So we can find out 1.700 minus 0.600. That should give rise to 1.1 all over 7,500 minus 1,850, which will give us to 5,650. This value is some kind of what? Let me say 1.1 divided by my answer. That should be 1.94, or sorry, 1.95 times 10 raised power negative of 4. The unit should be equal to this. Since this one is second square, this one is what? Centimeter square. That is second square per centimeter square. That is the units. So my slope is 1.95 times 10 raised power minus 4 second square per centimeter square. So this is the graph of what is on the board. We have this on the board. We'll be able to calculate our graph of what is given to us, and the precaution is given as this, which is what I've listed initially. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please click on the notification bell to receive notification on my new videos. Thank you very much.